Welcome back to DMA's Marriage
in Real Life,
where we help restore, rejuvenate, and rekindle marriages across the world.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share so you can be updated every time we drop new content.
We want to start off by thanking you guys for sending in your emails. We have so many responses, and we just truly appreciate you.
And remember, your input helps us grow.
Tonight is episode 2, Red Light Special. We're starting with Kevin. You ready?
I'm ready.
Kevin03. Hello, Marriage in Real Life. My wife and I have been married now for 3 years. Congratulations. She's everything I've ever wanted, and I waited until my 40s to marry because I wasn't going to settle. Oh, this is a good one. Now it seems she only wants to talk about having babies, kids, and from my understanding, this was not in the package. I'm not ready to be a father, but I don't want to mess this up.
Did it say how old she was?
No, I wish it did. Send us details.
Yeah, because I could see if she doesn't have any kids, and what if she's younger, she want kids, but she love you, you don't want to have kids because you're in your 40s.
But wait, I don't think she does have kids because it specifically says he waited until he was in his 40s, and he said, from my understanding, this was not in the package.
Well, that still could mean that she,
Well, he married her and said, I'm not going to take responsibility? Okay, so I think the major thing is, before anyone gets married, kids is a conversation that must take place.
I think that should have been established from the beginning.
Right from breakfast.
You guys should have known something before it even got this far. And I know sometimes things change. Earlier in the relationship, she was probably on the same page as you, saying that she don't want kids, but now as time going on and things are being settled as far as in your relationship, now she changed that she would like to have kids.
And age is a huge factor, especially, I don't know how old she is, but if you're 40, let's just give or take, let's say 10 or 5 years. If she's 30 or close to 40, her biological clock is ticking. You start to think about what's going to happen when I'm in my 50s and 60s and 70s. Do I want grandchildren running around? I know you say you always want the kids out, but
I can't wait till they get out. Listen.
But listen,
we on the countdown timer right now.
You say that, but our kids are everything, you know?
Yeah, our kids.
Yes.
Once they turn adults, it's a wrap.
But 40 right now, 40 is like the new 30.
Yeah.
So
tell your body that.
No, I know.
Body hurt.
I understand that. He said, from my understanding, this was not in the package. So I'm hoping that she's watching too, because in a sense that you feel kind of trapped. You waited a long time before marriage. You finally got everything on your checklist, which usually does not work. So just FYI, that checklist you can. She said she didn't want kids. You're excited. It's 3 years in, and now she's starting to feel, I want more.
Well, because I feel like when a female is in 100% to make the family complete,
correct,
by having a child, this is something that you're really gonna have to sit back and think long and hard. I would say first, think within yourself first, and then when you come up with a good enough game plan, bring it to her.
Right.
But I would not just completely shut her out.
Right. And also, I think it goes deeper. Why don't you want kids? It's a question to ask yourself. Is there something that happened in your life, in your childhood, where maybe your mother wasn't there or your father wasn't there, and you have a negative, perception of fathering or parenting? These are questions to take in place. Like, I know kids is not for everyone. There's some people who genuinely love kids but want to return them. I get that. But ask yourself these questions. Why don't I want a child? Do I have some hurt that I haven't dealt with, or some unforgiveness? And then ask her why she wants a child.
or could it be something along the lines of you're enjoying your life right now and you don't want to slow that up?
Right.
You know, it could be, it doesn't all have to be a negative reason why you don't want to have kids. It could be some positive reasons too.
Right.
But what it all boils down to is this is the person that you married, and
right.
what she wants. You know, I'm not going to say give in, but I think you guys really have to sit down and talk, consciously talk about, you know, what's coming up in the future.
And they have 3 years invested.
You know, you guys are married for 3 years and you said that she is your everything.
Right.
You know, really think about, you know, what you want to do. Maybe, just maybe, because we have one. We have one. One of our 3 is because of baby fever. And that could be a serious thing. Any of her friends, if any of her friends have a newborn baby, maybe that's where it's coming from. So maybe you can get out of this by babysitting for the weekend. Maybe you can get away with this by babysitting for the weekend. I would say good luck. Good luck. And please really sit back and have a conversation. And don't forget to babysit for the weekend.
But more than one kid. More than one kid. Babysit more than one kid.
Nah, buddy. Listen, man, take one at a time.
Wait, so that, you know, okay.
No, there's nothing to wait. One kid.
Okay. So.
Okay, so we have anonymous.
Yes.
Person.
But I loved how she signed it though. So, or he, hold on. Dear marriage and real life, my husband is terrible with foreplay.
Female.
How do I tell him he is not hitting the mark? Signed, unstimulated. I love that.
You want to take care of this one?
Want me to start? Okay.
Yeah.
So, what I've learned over 14 years of marriage, and I've been with my husband since I was 17, honesty is key. Keeping it real, but at the same time, knowing your environment, knowing your tone, and knowing how to compliment before you come in with the punchline.
What I think is, if
I thought you said you want me to handle this.
You did. It's my time. In something like this, you want to be very careful of how you say it. Mm-hmm. That's very, very important. Let's face it. You know, everybody has their downfalls.
Right.
Sometimes what you have to say is, how you say it is, you know, in a nice, loving, caring way. Like right in the middle of it. Just say, you know what, baby, try it like this. You know, try it like this. Not with no attitude, because, you know, I know how you females get.
We're not doing that.
Whatever.
No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
But just do it like in a nice. Actually, if you make it a challenge, men love challenges. Men love.
I was just about to say that men are very visual. So I know that something I've used in the past is more of, like you said, like a challenge. Not even like a game, but just like something like, watch me do it and then you do it. And that right there turns them on beyond, you know, like, okay, so they get to watch, you know, at the same time, that's foreplay in itself. They're getting turned on. You're pleasing yourself. That way that the next time they do it, or when they go to do it, they've already had, you know, they've already had a visual.
And don't be shy to give pointers in the middle of it. You know, in the middle of it, he's not good at it. Let him know, coach him.
Yeah, and you can.
But again, in a nice way, don't get cut.
Wait, there's a way you can let them know too. Sometimes I know, depending on your home, because I know we have children. Sometimes we have to be quieter than, you know, we would desire to be. If it feels good, let them know it feels good. Mm-hmm. You know, there's words or there's sound that comes out of your mouth that will let them know, like, all right, I'm hitting it. And if it's not, there's always like, you know, oh, you know, not right there. You know, there's things that you can say and communicate with them. Now,
don't tell him that he's not hitting the mark.
Yeah, don't.
Don't do that. That's not the way. that this is gonna work out good in your life. It's how you say it. You know your husband. You know your husband. You know what will get him upset, and you know what won't get him upset.
Right.
If both of you guys are like getting real like into it, I mean, I'm talking about the sweat is starting to come on and stuff like that. What you need to do is guide him.
Right.
You could take his hand and be like, you know, and take his hand and put him where you want him to be.
All right. Yeah.
On your body. You know, you can do that.
Right.
If you like, you can help him. You can get him to do exactly what you want to do if you do it sexy.
Right.
Men don't think that good. We don't think. All we know is something is about to happen, regardless to what. So now by you helping out with that part, we know that something's about to happen. Even though we're not doing nothing, we think we are. If you take my hand and put it somewhere and you look like you're enjoying it, in my mind or in men's mind, oh yeah, look what I'm doing. You know, you have the power to do this.
This is so great. I'm loving that you're sharing that. Really?
No, that's not for our house.
Wait, oh, that got me a little sidetracked. All right. That was
you see
cute.
What I mean?
That was cute. I really got sidetracked.
You know what? With this whole marriage of real life, I hope that married couples are sitting there watching this together. I really do, because we don't even know. You could be sitting right next to your husband and he does not even know who unstimulated is an issue.
Right. Right.
He's probably laughing at this whole thing right now, not knowing that it's him. So, so please, if you can, make sure that you have your spouse with you.
Yes. Yes. And just to add a little nugget, visit DesireMeAgain.com.
Yes.
We have all the tools, the lingerie, anything that you can think of or things that you haven't thought of and you need to spice up your relationship, we got it. We have a package that is targeted towards foreplay. Mm-hmm. And you don't have to think about too much because it's all written out for you. You can open it with your spouse. You guys are both going to enjoy it, and it's made for him and her.
Especially if you like role playing. If you like, let's say if you want to be in the kitchen together, you could. We have stuff for that.
Yes.
We have stuff that in the kitchen. It's not just only in the bedroom. There's other things too.
Right. Visit DesireMeAgain.com.
Telling you.